Hello everyone, welcome to the Redmen TV. It's Tuesday. Let's have a look at some Liverpool news then, shall we? We've got injury news, which is let's face it, rubbish. And then we've got a bit of transfer news as well. Potentially very exciting or potentially not exciting. Just depends on what kind of way you look at it, really. And that's true of both the injury news and the transfer stuff as well. And the reason I say that, because we kick it off, Sadio Mane, it's being widely reported from last night, in fact, that Liverpool still don't know the full extent of his knee injury that he suffered during the derby. And this is because the swelling hasn't gone down sufficiently enough for them to be able to properly assess what's happened to it. Now, people are saying, therefore, Liverpool are fearing the worst. Therefore, it means that he could be out for the season. I would care to throw out an alternative to that. And that means that because they don't have an answer, it could be not as bad. Just going to throw it out there. It's the Schrodinger's cat of knee injuries right now. It exists because there's no way of determining. It exists in both the bad and the good simultaneously. And we won't know until the swelling reveals and there's a dead cat inside his knee or something. Look, if his swelling's not gone down, it means that it's not great. Let's be perfectly honest. So there probably is precedent for this kind of thing, you know, having not been privy to countless knee injuries, which, let's face it, Liverpool Football Club have over the years. They'll know better than I, of course. But what I'm saying is, that it's being reported, Mane could be out for season, and you think, oh my God, quick, and they go, they don't know, they might be, but. Again, a lot of that is just is created to drive us into a little bit of a frenzy, a little bit of a panic, as we would possibly be. Let's be brutally honest. If Sadio Mane's out for the rest of the season, didn't handle his absence particularly well during January, did we? So yeah, that's not great. But I do feel it was weirdly, I do feel it was slightly better in a slightly better position to handle this time around. I mean, okay. One more injury could effectively end us, but Phil Coutinho seems to have found his form again. Firmino seems to be back in form, and I think so much of that slump was how we shuffled the pack around in terms of the team that we put out there. I think it's less of an issue if we just put someone like Trent or Woodburn or whatever, someone who plays wide in the wide position and kept the other things as close as possible. But I'll be discussing that, or have been discussing, I should say, on the Uncensored Match build-up show this week, so do go and watch that by all means. Following on from this, then Divock Origi said that he's ready to step in. Interesting quote, he says, "I'm very good, I'm fit, I'm even better than last year." Stop there, great. Good on you, Divock, get in the team, because, let's face it, just being fit puts him pretty much at the top of the pecking order, doesn't it? Because, let's face it, no one else is. So, yeah, that's a good thing. But, no, it's interesting. He says a lot of the usual stuff. I'll be perfectly honest, a lot of this stuff washes over when footballers talk about the ready and the ready to fight for the team. Just fight for the team, mate. Just do it. Just fight for the team. And I know they get interviewed and they get asked questions. It's not your fault. You know, it'd be rude to go, yeah, no, which is how, you know, a lot of professional footballers do answer questions. So fair play to him for whoever he was speaking to, I guess the Liverpool website, for being slightly more verbose. But when you get your chances, just be better at them, Divock. That's all I'll say on that. But he does say, "I'm not just an option for the future, I'm an option for now." And he's got to be, you know, he's 21 years old, going 22. You know, Liverpool will be looking in that market, I think, again this summer for someone who can come in and have a more immediate impact. And we'd be looking to have someone who has the kind of impact that Divock Origi had at the back end of last season, not the kind of impact necessarily that he's had this. Now, apparently he's only started 7 games. And look, we've seen his goal return when he does start games. It's been pretty decent, and he had a reasonable, you know, run. I think he scored five more or less on the bounce, didn't he, in his little spell in December. So, who knows? But let's be honest, if you come out and say, "No, I'm really not happy, I'm not feeling well, things are bad," you'd be going, "Oh, well, whatever, mate." But, you know, you can't criticise him for spreading a little bit of positivity, so fair play. But as I say, ultimately, he's going to get a chance between now and the end of the season. I think we'll see an important goal or two from Divock as well. It's just got to be making sure that he's just ready to take that opportunity when it comes to him. To the last and arguably most interesting piece of news out of all this, but also arguably not. I'm doing a lot of this today. Guillem Balagué, celebrated Spanish journalist, close friend of Rafa Benitez and probably everyone who ever plays in any big team in Spain as well, because he seems to know. He says that Liverpool are interested in James Rodriguez. That's interesting. What's more interesting from fans of other teams' perspective and less interesting from our perspective, of course. I'll read the quote. He says, of course they are, Liverpool, interested in James Rodriguez, but they aren't the only ones. Liverpool are realistic, and I think they realise James is looking for a different type of team. Oh, James, that's so rude. That's not nice. Listen, you know, we may not have, might not be in the best shape, but you know, we've got a good great sense of humour, and we're really good. We're really talented in other ways. Just saying, just get through the door, mate, and we'll show you how talented we can be. But yeah, he's looking for a different type of team. But he is leaving the door open to all possibilities because he knows Real Madrid want to get rid of him. Amazing. Brilliant. Good on you, James. Nothing like, I'm not really interested in you. You're not really the type for me. But let's use a sexual analogy for this. Don't fancy you. You're not my type. But ultimately, let me check back at 3 o'clock in the morning when I'm in the kebab house on my way home and I'm feeling the urge. Maybe we'll just go for it. You know, we'll just go for it because you know you're there and you're the only option left available to me. You bastard, James. You absolute. Yeah, he would like to go to a club like Chelsea or United. Nice one, Guillem. Just don't even mention our name. Why hurt our feelings like that, Guillem? I mean, look, it's not your fault. It's not your, you know, it's not your opinion. It's not you saying it as such. It's coming from Rodriguez. He's the bastard, but you're an enabler, Guillem. You've enabled him to hurt Liverpool Football Club's feelings. I think you should be ashamed. Just saying. Yeah, I mean, look, I think I'll be perfectly honest. I really like James Rodriguez. I think he's an absolutely terrific player, and he's been, you know, when he gets a chance for Real, he does well. It's not worked out for him as such, and I think everyone could say he's not a Klopp player, but I think we've said that a few times. I think we said that about a lot of Liverpool players when he came in. So many people said, I mean, Chris did his tactics show at the time, so many people said, Adam Lallana, shut up, he's definitely not a Klopp type player. Yeah, he's the most Klopp type player that Liverpool have got, so it proves that people don't know shit. But I think when they're talking like £65 million, listen, Liverpool have got no money to spend. Hey, spend it on amazing players. But he's got definitely Chelsea written all over him because he does definitely fit the bill of what the kind of player they always buy. To be honest, overpriced players who maybe don't work hard enough. And Man United at the moment, because they just seem to be throwing money at players in order to kind of generate a buzz to keep the club relevant. So, you know, I get that he'd be interested in those kind of clubs, but if he is, it just shows what a vain, insensitive prick he is. Listen, Liverpool are marriage material, mate. Just saying, long-term marriage material. You'll be playing for the Liverpool Legends team in 10 years' time, travelling the world, or you can go to Chelsea for a season or two and earn loads of money and probably win a league title. I'm just, you know, whatever you want, James. Whatever you want. Let us know your thoughts on this in the comments below. If you want more from me, I've got my own channel now. I will put the thing up on the screen. And there's my face. You click that to subscribe. If you want to watch another video, I've done a few Liverpool-related ones on there so far. This one is my top 5 favourite things about a match day at Anfield. Very interesting stuff shot around Anfield as well. So go and watch that video. Let me know your thoughts on it. Leave your top 5s there. And yeah, thanks very much. More news to come this week. The Reds News Roundup, the podcast, and the Final Word show all coming out in video form on the redmentv.com. Go and watch them. They're going to be amazing.